Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Rose Nini and welcome here. I like to create encouraging content to help inspire and encourage others. So thank you so much for joining me. Today I'd like to talk to you about using what God has given you for your purpose. Whatever God wants you to do in this life, you're already equipped for it. And so far, whatever you've experienced in life is good enough to be used for the purpose that God has meant for you. And sometimes we feel like we have to do so much more. We need to get a million other certifications. We need to get so many years of experience. We need to get approval from people. But what we don't account for is what we have and the experiences that we've gone through. So, and I want to tell you that it counts. Whatever you've gone through counts, and God meant it for you to help others. And so you already have a head start in what you're trying to do. So, a story that encourages me with this is Moses in the Bible. When God called him to go lead the Israelites from Egypt to Canaan, he asked him, what do you have in your hand? And Moses said, I have a staff. And the Lord told him to drop it on the floor, and it turns into this snake, and he asks him to grab it by the tail. And so in this instance, God didn't really ask Moses to go. Moses didn't really have to go back home and bring so many other belongings or so much equipment to prove that, he was well prepared. God used what was in his hand at that moment. But going back to his background, remember he grew up in Egypt, in the palace even. And having grown up there, he already knew the ways of the land. He knew how to approach the king, even if he was doubting. He had already been in this place. He had been acquainted with this place. So he wasn't really going to a new place because he had grown up there. God had been preparing him all along. And then he also had a sense of justice. Remember, before he even killed an Egyptian who was beating up a Hebrew slave, and he already had a sense of justice within him about what was happening. So what God was calling him to do is lead the Egyptians away from their masters, away from slavery, which is a cause that he already had cared about. So even though Moses was saying that he was not a good speaker, he didn't think that people would believe him. He already had so much more of what qualified him. He did not like the injustice. He already knew the ways of the land. He had grown up in the palace. He knew the Pharaoh. So it's just an encouragement for you that you already have a good head start, right from when you were born, where you grew up, your life experiences, everything. All of that counts towards something that God wants for you to help other people with their causes that you care about, their things that you care about, and that is sufficient for God. You do not have to go looking for more validation and qualifications and all of these things. It's good to educate yourself, it's good to practice, it's good to do all of that, but go forth with the confidence that I have what it takes. I am good enough. And something that inspires me too about the story of Moses is that there were no people there to validate him or clap for him or be like, yes, go you, or he had to impress people. It was just he and the Lord and what he had. So you do not have to wait for people to approve of you. People will not approve of you. They will not give you the approval that you need for the purpose that God has sent you for. They will approve you later when you see what you've done, but in the beginning, it's just you and God, and the vision that he has given you. What Moses was called to do, he was not called to do it with like other people around him, and like this vision was given to other people. No, it was he and the Lord. So I hope you feel encouraged. Go forth knowing that you have what it takes. Ask God to lead you, and I hope that this encouraged you. So subscribe, comment, like, and tell a friend. And bye bye. I'll see you soon.